Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. We're back with Bannerman.
Bannerman.
Last we left off, we punched a priest, and now...
Just looking at the weapons there. Sorry. And then now we're going to walk into a dark, creepy room where there's no one waiting for us. Oh, God, where's this guy? Where does he come from? I'm going to kick him. I didn't kick him. I stabbed you. I tricked you. You thought I was going to kick you.
Dang.
And then I didn't.
You know, picking up a halberd there would probably have been a really useful thing to have for that fight.
I looked at those two and I was like, let's see what we got over here.
Like,
we got a war axe right there.
Are pretty
couple different spears, although they are quite wide brimmed. Back to the Bronze Age. Fair, cool. I'm glad we're stylized. This one's a little bit longer. It's almost a polearm. Then we got official polearm right there. We got a glaive, and then we got a longsword, and then we got a really ridiculously large war axe. Like, that's just not even practical. Okay.
Glaive is the one with the long pole, and that has the axe at the end, right?
Yeah. Those changed warfare forever.
What is the, what's the halberd, then?
Well, okay, so...
Was halberd just a double-sided axe pole thing?
Technically, okay, I think halberd is, like, the family, essentially. Like, there's polearms, and then halberds are basically anything with a spear and axe.
See, I always thought a glaive was a polearm with like a curved blade.
So you're
at the
actually
end.
Right. It's more of a halberd than it is a glaive. Yes. But a glaive can still have the axe on it.
That makes sense.
So yeah. So good for you.
Yeah. Lord Randall has graciously offered to provide a detachment of infantry to act as a deterrent against raiders. Could you please see to their needs? You will need to clear out the undercroft to make room for our new friends. G. But who's G?
Who's G?
Ooh. Also, do you think that's why Randall owed the church so much money? Is because... Or maybe like...
It's probably why he gave them men, is because he owes them $12.50.
Yeah,
I remember
like
that
an act of good faith.
Yeah, be like, oh, yeah, I don't have the money to pay. Here's some men, though.
I can give you that. Yeah, you like that?
Nobody will attack you here. It'll be fine. I'm totally not using this as a ruse to slow my enemy down.
And like build a stronghold, or at least hunker down for a little while. I mean, holding out in a church could have worked if we were moral people. But instead we punched a priest. So
that would have been interesting if they actually gave you the real, like, faith moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were faithful at this time. A lot of people, I mean, like, the majority. Like, I mean, with the fear of God in their eyes, majority of people.
So I like for this dream sequence, they start things off pretty overtly as a dream. Like, I have a banner. I shouldn't have that yet.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
I'm inside the church that I just left. All right. Dead bodies on spikes. Yeah.
Definitely dream. Definitely dream.
Definitely dream. Cool.
People hanging from the wall.
Everything's good. Everything. Yeah. I like going to sleep at night.
Oh, that's probably like a young girl hanging from the ceiling. Oh.
There's only one way this can go. I wouldn't overthink your situation.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry. It's an easy thing to do. It's our purpose.
Cool. What is our purpose?
Demonstrate your brutality.
What?
Oh, would you were the priest?
All right. Well, what is our purpose? Oh my God!
I didn't want to demonstrate my brutality.
Oh my God! I just did. Being a bannerman is so powerful.
How did I lose that other fight? I'm just gonna tap people and they fall apart.
That's why I lost. I set the banner down and pulled out my sword.
But why didn't it like...
Okay. How do I get through this? Okay, think real quick. All right, maybe they'll just let me go if I walk toward them and state my intentions very clearly. I mean you no harm. Oh my God! Oh my God! All right. No, they're fine. They're probably... Oh my... There are so many. There's so... Wait, I'm sorry.
I like the sound effects for this too.
I just gotta get by. Wait. Okay. Is that a ninja? That's a ninja. What is a ninja? Oh my.
Pretty sure that's just a dude wearing a cowl. Like, but you know, I had a similar thought for a moment.
They all look like ninjas to me.
They do kind of look like ninjas.
All right, good. Just I miss my banner.
Like, oh, so we had a dream.
Like a ninja. It's a ninja. No,
So
it definitely is a goblin.
the transition though from like dream sequence to another dream sequence is like
A dream within a dream, almost.
I loved this though because it totally turned me on my own head where I was like, wait, something just came back to life from the dead.
Where's everyone going? I don't know. Where are they?
So, like, obviously, as soon as you see your own character, you're like, oh, okay, I'm still dreaming. At first, I thought I was, like, in the middle of some black magic kind of thing in the catacombs, and it blew my mind. And then when I saw our character twice, I was like, either this is a bug, or I'm still dreaming.
Wait, what? Can we die here?
I think so.
Will it start over, or is that, like...
I don't know, man.
I mean, find out.
Probably it will start over. It is interesting, though, that it gets to the point where you can die in your dream sequences. I mean, maybe you, like, die of a heart attack if you die in your dream. If you die in the game, you die in real life. So, okay, that's where you, like, pop out and you're like, oh, there are 2 gates. I guess I need to open those 2 gates.
So we came from there. I'm gonna go left. Man, this place is really complicated. I've never seen anything more complicated. I really hope the rest of the game doesn't become like this. Plays the next day.
Yeah, I didn't play the next day yet. So this is why I thought that I beat the catacombs, was because I was thinking of this sequence.
This is the catacombs? You are...
Just dreaming in it?
Yeah, basically.
Fair. This whole sequence stressed me out, though, because I had it in my head that if I died here, I'd have to restart all of day 3.
Did you just restart the dream?
I don't know. I didn't die. But I was stressed out that I would restart the whole day.
I will never know.
Yeah, it's all right.
Ninja.
I wonder, though, if, like, they're setting this up so that you might start encountering things that you saw in your dreams in your waking hours. And that'd be an interesting merging between those 2 worlds, because then it begs the question, is your character just going crazy? Or is there some kind of dark sorcery happening? Or, you know, like, what really is what?
And we've had this discussion before, too, and you're like, oh, I think it's just a dream. I'm like, I think there's more to it. And, you know, I think there's more to it because we're experiencing it.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just a dream, then this would just be like a big filler of game space in a weird way. I didn't need to go through that door.
Yeah, like, I think it means something no matter what.
Yeah, I think that there is a mystical something in the works here. Like maybe your character can see premonitions or whatever the case is.
I mean, I'm into that. Even if the conclusion was like, this is the story of a man going crazy because he's experienced the horrors of war time and time again as a Bannerman, I still think that this would tell a compelling story, because you are playing through how much of a trial this is becoming on him.
Yeah.
And so if that's the point, so long as they come through in the end and they really make that message clear, I think that it could still work. And on the inverse side, if it is like a premonition of mystical misdoings that's in the works, it also could tell a compelling story. So I think it sets it up to make the player kind of question a lot, and then eventually lead down one of those paths. And I think it's interesting no matter what, because at no point do you see someone coming back from the dead and you're like, yeah, this is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like, no, I am intrigued. I am hooked.
Why is this happening?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I really like it. I think, in a way, for me, it tells a more interesting story than if it were just bloodshed and just like waking hours kind of stuff.
Just fighting over and over.
And it would still be good, but this is it feels deeper.
Well, no point in dwelling on the past. Come, we've got work to do. Oh God, the dream. He's everywhere.
I was the priest the whole time. Or no, I was Crowley. I was Crowley the whole time.
Priest Crowley the whole time.
Priest Crowley. We are all one.
So, we are at day 4.
Day 4. We have 5 minutes left. But since this is our last episode, I vote that we kind of dick around and
do the dialogue and find out where the story is to go from.
Oh, that's true.
And
yeah,
then I can
like
tell
that.
you my thoughts on the next level.
Ooh.
Fine work. Damn fine work. Unfortunately, our little conquest has put us further behind Randall's main forces. How many casualties? Minimal losses. An overwhelming victory. Are we continuing upriver? Yes. I will lead the main force in pursuit. You will have a different task.
Yes.
I will stay with the main force. It would be wise to follow my orders.
Ooh, dang!
I will stay with the main force. It would be wise to follow my... I will... No.
So they don't really give you a choice.
A number of Randall's cowards have fled the church as we advanced. I cannot afford the opportunity to regroup and attack us from behind. You will take a small force and hunt down those that remain. Go now.
Go now. Oh, man.
This guy, too. Ready? There's a hanged person.
I was going to say, that there is
I did not realize that before.
Is that the gallows?
Yeah,
we built... Where you hang people?
They built a gallows, just like a makeshift gallows. Like a really well-defined gallows. Like for 2 people. They were ready to fast-track this.
That was quite the scrap, wasn't it?
Who are these men?
We got prisoners. Crowley wants them dealt with. Now I get to have some fun. Yeah.
Yep.
I sort of don't know how I feel about us saving him now.
I really want to know what happens if we did it.
I know, right? I'll be coming with you to the catacombs. Some of the lads will be joining us.
I don't want you.
I got to get them ready to talk. Talk later. I got to get them ready to talk. Later. Dang it. Oh, man. So I like that this is the point where we start to see some of the more tangible effects of our choices. And I mean, not that like the one dude really has made a difference, but it's sort of a precursor to what might come. Like the creepy dude. That was a very good way of kind of being super creepy.
Yeah, but too, even when I played the first time, I didn't realize that that we had technically saved him. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think of it as a possibility that we didn't have to. What do you think of this
like it felt like a requirement to complete the level kind of thing.
Yeah, but then you're like, oh no, I don't. What do you think of that side scrolling? How they changed the camera, like, or they panned the camera over?
I think it's a little much, but at the same time, I guess it's a good way to indicate the amount of space traveled. I think the downside is like the rest of the game generally moves slow, so suddenly like moving very quick across terrain like that can be kind of jarring. But at the same time, like you don't really want to show a slow crawling transition across the screen either. So I think it's okay for what it is.
Screwed up.
Oh, you did it in the wrong order. Do some of them open and close?
Yeah, so
I see why you don't like the catacombs now.
Already. Like that's the first thing. It's like that's one of the ones you can't undo.
Oh, really?
So I mean, because I want to show you what you missed.
Oh, really?
Or at least I'm pretty sure. Just if you could just do me.
Is it like an upgrade?
And just do me a favor. Just end this misery. Just if you could just
boop.
There we go. Thank you.
This is the first time we've died too.
On accident.
Right? I don't think you've died yet.
No.
Because what the heck, Nathan?
Because this level. So while I run back to the. Thank you. While I run back to that area that I just missed out on, although if I screwed up and it's like nothing's there, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Anyway, while I run back to the area, I will tell you about why this level frustrates me. Number one, it's very long. It is the catacombs. You don't go into a level called the catacombs and expect it to be short. Number one.
Accurate.
Number two, you start off with 5 health. Like usual, with no armor, and you don't get armor until near the end, where there is a very difficult boss fight. Actually, seemingly difficult boss fight. Once you figure it out, you breeze through it almost without getting hit. But you go through a very long level of twists and turns and all these different passages that you have to take, fighting enemies for sometimes no reason because they're dead ends with not even lore to back you up.
And by the time you get to the boss fight, you don't have enough health to really figure it out in the first spin.
And then you have to start over. And even then when you get armor, I think you only get like 2 points.
Yeah, that's...
It's a hard level. It ramps incredibly high in difficulty all of a sudden. If it had even given you 1 point of armor early on, then it would have given you a little bit of chance to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I died many times, but by the time I was done, I breezed through this entire level only getting hit once. The entire, including the boss fight, and I got hit because of the boss fight.
So that's what really forced you to get good.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So when you play this game, you will not be dodging arrows as easily as I. And if you are, you're prodigy. Good for you. Treaties on combat techniques. So,
carry twice the number of arrows, or shields now have double durability. Okay, so that makes sense.
I like to. It's like the Japanese archer, or the Viking,
shield bearer.
Skjaldarborg.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, you like shields, so
yeah, I'm into it. I mean, arrows are nice, but shields are, perseverance. You get to live longer, do better, mo better.
Yeah. Ironically, arrows don't really help you kill archers very well.
I mean, that's fair. I mean,
they kind of do, but they kind of don't. Shields definitely do, but shields don't protect you against infantry very well, while arrows will tear them apart.
That's fair.
So, it's a trade-off. Anyway, so I'm sure we're good on time.
We are good on time. Just to wrap up the discussion, though, on the level design of the catacombs, do you think that a better shortcut at the end of the catacombs would resolve your issues?
Actually, I do. The shortcut is kind of... you get the shortcut and then you're like,
I still have to go through the majority of the level.
If you want, at the very end of it, spoiler, kind of spoiler. At the very end of it, or at the end of the catacombs, you get a choice of choosing the bow and arrow or the shield. And so you're like, which one do I pick? But if you don't go through the catacombs and you take the shortcut, then it blocks you from getting to those, and you miss a point of armor or something like that. So you're like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, because... So when I went back through it and I got the shortcut, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go through the catacombs again. And by then I just beasted it.
Fair.
So do I think so? Yeah. I feel like a better shortcut could have resolved the situation.
And while it still might kind of suck to require the player to set it up to sort of require the player to die the first time around, a better shortcut eases that pain.
Yeah. But I guess at the end of the day, I'm better at the game for it, so...
Yeah, the game forced you to play by its rules and made you all the better for it. So in a way, it's still successful.
So there is Bannerman. We highly recommend it. Both of us have enjoyed this game very much.
Definitely.
So you should pick it up.
And give us a shout if you want us to finish it. We're a little less than halfway through the game, maybe about halfway.
There's 9 days, right?
There's 9 days total.
We're not even through this one would take a little while. We're probably about a third through it. Or the beginning of day 4.
Yeah,
we're through it. Because the levels could get longer too.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
question of the day. What are your thoughts on Bannerman? What do you think that they're doing most successfully and maybe least successfully?
Yeah. I think last time I checked, overwhelmingly positive reviews. Or at least mostly.
Well, then check out the game. Give it a review. Keep it in that overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah. Stuff.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next series.